think about the character that you love and ask yourself, is it possible to be with a person like that? That's what we're digging into today. It's going to be really juicy. Quick intro before we do. Welcome back to Love and Fandom, where we believe the relationships we see on the screen help us to understand ourselves at a deeper level and have a better relationship with ourselves and each other. You can't see me, but I am still Cheryl Muir, a relationship expert, professional nerd, full-time fangirl, and someone who is just recording a module for a course that I'm going to release who knows when, and I'm not going to spoil the name now. But a course that I think will be really helpful to you, and maybe it'll be released at the end of the year, not soon, but sometime. I was recording a module about this very thing, and I thought, my YouTube family might find this really interesting and really helpful. Some of you may remember me recording a video. It was private on the Tumblr machine, and it was about celebrity crushes. Well, this one, can you hear an alarm? I can hear an ambulance. That must mean I'm getting near down to the road because I'm currently hiking. Or was, and now I'm in a little forest area, little woods, and I'm getting back down to the road. So let me finish this up real quick here. So celebrity crushes are also a really good indication of what it is we actually want from our future partner, and our characters are too, but we see it through a slightly different lens, and here's the lens through which we see it. So we see it through the lens of fantasy when it comes to our characters, because we know that they only exist in a certain reality, and that's in the reality of their universe or in our own minds and hearts. And with our characters as well, it's almost easy to dismiss the feelings that we might have for them in terms of grounding it into reality, because we're like, they're a sorcerer or a god or a superhero or someone that has all these supernatural abilities, so I couldn't be with someone like that because those abilities are not something that happens in this world, in this reality. But there's two parts to this, and let me go a little bit deeper with it. So the first part is, I'd love for you to think about, and if you're so inclined, journal on, the qualities that your character has. Just free write it, just list it out, put it in Excel, put it in Word, or pop it in your notepad, your journal, if you like writing on paper with a pen like me, because I'm very old. Just write down the powers that they have. So it could be they've got superhuman strength, or they summon lightning and thunder, or they can conjure something out of thin air, or they have this really amazing red force field energy that they can use to destroy or push things or kill things. Whatever it is that their powers and abilities are, I'd love for you to journal that out. Pause the video now while you do that, and then come back to us in a second. Okay, you're back. Hello, welcome back. So how was that list? How was that for you to make that list? Have a look at those qualities, and now go through, maybe the top 3, the top 5, just the first couple. Have a look at them and just ask yourself, I wonder what this means. I wonder what this is about. I wonder what it is I find really attractive about this. So if someone has a power to conjure something, what is that about? Is that about creativity? Is that about someone who can make something, who can pluck something out of thin air? Is that about someone who's creative and spontaneous? What's that about? What's the real life version of that, do you think? Just get curious. Is it about strength? Is strength something that you really value? What we're trying to do here is really understand how can we ground this into our reality and really understand that the powers that we're attracted to, it's probably not the actual powers, it's probably what they mean for us. Step 2, let's think about their qualities. What qualities does this character have, or what qualities do you imagine that they might have? And list them out again, journal them out. Journal out 10 qualities that your character has, pause the video, and then come back to us. Welcome back. I'd love for you to look at that list of 10 qualities and ask yourself, are they qualities that exist in a real person? I'm willing to bet the answer is yes. If your answer isn't yes, I'm going to tell you that it's possible, because maybe you don't believe it yet, that you can have someone that's intelligent and loving and devoted and kind and strong and a good person, or whatever the qualities might have been. Like, you can have someone like that if that's what you really desire. And that's what really these characters are about for us. We think it's about their powers or about them having super cool fucking sexy outfits and wearing leather and capes and all this shit, and it is, and like, yeah, of course, that's really, really cool, but actually it's deeper than that. It's deeper than this, because you've got depth and you've got layers, and you're a complex human being and a human soul, as we all are. And there's something that you really feel deeply for. And these characters, I've talked about this before, but these characters are designed to make us fall in love with them. They're designed by the studios that way. The actors portray them in a way that's very, realistic. And so it's really no surprise that we love them. It's really no surprise that we see them as, almost real, fully fleshed out human beings, because they're supposed to be. But what we're getting clear on really here is, what are those qualities for you, and whether or not the character has these qualities, or whether you imagine that they might have them, or you kind of have your own head-canonized version. Head-canonized, is that a word? Probably not, but let's make it one. You've imagined that they are this way. Like, I think when we write about a character, whether it's a character that exists in like the MCU or DC Comics, or whether it's an original character that you've made, like, we're imagining the qualities that they have, and that usually says something about who we are as people and what we desire in a partner. So I'm going to leave it there for today. I really hope that was helpful. I know it's a bit of a different video today, and certainly a different format. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know if you do, and I will make more like this, because honestly, I'm just talking to my phone into my voice notes as I'm going for a walk in the forest. So happy to do more like this. Very, very easy for me to do so. Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching Love and Fandom. I've been Cheryl Muir, and remember, you are absolutely worthy of love. See you next time.